Welcome in, everyone, to a new week. We're here, myself, JD. Joined alongside me is Matteo in the virtual commentary box. Matteo, welcome. How are you?
I am doing very well, thank you, Judy. Monday-ish, as I like to refer to it. Quite tired, but nonetheless, still excited for this race. Hungary we have as our track today, so should be a very interesting affair, to say the least.
It is Division 1 starting off a new week. Always, always exciting. Always excited to see how they set the standard for the rest of the week. As I just put everything up. Look at that. Right, cool. Pull up tyres. I just want to close that and turn the music off as well. A little bit rusty today. A little bit rusty. Okay, we're here though. Runnard opting for the wet tyre. Interesting start.
Choice.
It is. It is. Shall we, actually, while we're here, shall we take the time to have a quick look at our standings? So as you can see on your screens ahead of you, we have the Alfa Romeos currently leading over the Alfa Tauris, 317 points to 261. The Alpines behind in third place on 159 points, as we've got a Williams out on track at the moment. Evo currently leading the Drivers' Championship by a single point. So this is a race that we're definitely going to have to watch out for. Both Evo and Jurassic Blaze here. Jurassic Blaze obviously 1 point behind on 210 second Runnard. He's not a reserve. He is an Alfa Romeo driver on 196 points. So he's very close as well, Matteo.
Yes, he is, and we're getting towards the business end of the season now. I think 3 or 4 rounds left of the season, so still plenty of points up for grab, and still plenty of opportunities for this little battle to change around very, very rapidly. We also have a Just Tangent coming out for an outlap as well, and not too many more movements from anyone else so far.
No, as I realise I've got my overlay in the middle of the screen. Don't ask me why, chat. I might have to pause and unpause just to see it's all in the right place. It's not. Bear with me, guys. I can't. This is something I can't sort out before stream, and it's too big. And it's too big. Let's catch it before he starts his lap. It's not washed, I promise. As he's just about to start his lap now, hopefully Matteo can take us through this lap.
Yes. So, Hungary, very, very high downforce circuit. You want to use that downforce as much as possible. Into turn 1, want to get into the apex and not run wide. And get on the power as quickly as possible, not inducing any wheel spin on the exit. Turn 2, you want to carry the minimum speed through and make sure you keep tight and then open up turn 3 for the end of sector 1 and the climb up to turn 4, which is arguably one of the hardest, if not the hardest corner on the track. You want to make sure you don't exceed track limits on the exit and get really through the inside on turn 5. Oh! Ice Boy Fox putting it into the wall, as it's so easy to do at the exit of turn 5. Very easy thing to do. You can just light up the rear tyres, can't you, JD? Yeah, clabbering, I think, is a understatement. Clabbering, I think, more like a pretty much full destruction of the car, almost. Surprised that hasn't ended his session, to be honest, but the F1 contact damage model allows that, apparently, so... Hey-ho. Hey-ho, we'll run with it.
Sorry, I apologise there. I was muted. I'm trying to sort out this overlays and everything's going all weird. As we see Muddy Biscuit approaching the last turn.
Let's see where he goes. Well, let's see, 1:16.973. So that is our first lap, and we'll have to wait and see how competitive that is. I reckon there's quite a bit more time. Again, I've just seen Matty in the Ferrari go wide at turn 5. Driver's really struggling at that corner. It's probably just catching her out with the probably little track grip, I'm presuming.
Yeah, Depends on how much practice they've done here. Matty's gone into the wall and taking his tyre off. That will see him out of this qualifying session. That is so unfortunate for the Ferrari driver. Another run of bad luck.
Hungary is a track where you can be very, very quick and you've got to be on the limit. But sometimes if you push over the limit, that happens.
It does indeed.
Yeah. No,
and as I was just... Oh, carry on,
not
sorry.
just talking about the... Yes, sorry, it's my mistake anyway. Not only is it crashing into barriers, Monaco without the walls this place is known as, it's also exceeding track limits, which Drastic Blaze has not done, and he's put in a 1:15.223, and Darnell has just popped in a time with a 1:15.547. So Muddy Biscuit's got some time to find.
Yeah, low 15s. I'm expecting the drivers to potentially get high 14s here. I'm wondering who's going to be the first driver to dip into the 14s in this session, if at all.
Yep.
Max Verstappen getting P3 in the Red Bull.
Yep, that is 1:15.921. We've got Evo, who's not on an outlap. However, Evo is also out of battery. He's pushing on, but he's very low on battery and very low on fuel, so I'll have to see whether he comes in or continues on this lap. But we've got Crazy Fish, we've got Verizon on outlaps as well as Invade, and also Ice Boy Fox, who was lucky to still be in this session after clobbering the wall and taking his front wing off. Luckily, not his tyre. So he gets to continue, but unfortunately for Matty, he doesn't.
Like Evo is going to be completing his lap to get that banker time on. Over the line with no battery. Puts himself P3 of a 1:15.7. It's a very good time, all things considered.
All things considered, slightly worn tyres, no battery left. Very respectable time, I'd say, from Evo. Got more time to find, obviously, but that's a decent banker. That's a decent banker.
Definitely, and we've got his teammate, Easton, coming around the last turn now.
Yep. We're going to see what he can do. Let's see. P2, 1:15.453. So we've got another yellow flag in sector 2. Oh, I believe that's Evo, who's now run out of fuel, I believe.
Yeah, he's just going slowly. Fuel set too hard for this situation. So he will be going very, very slowly. Is that Ice Boy Fox approaching behind? It's not. That is the Alpine of Horizon 40.
It is indeed. It's so hard to differentiate the Williams and the Alpines in this game.
It is, especially on my burnt screen as well. It all looks the same.
But anyway, I digress. Anyways, I hope Evo is going to be able to make it back to the pits. He should do, but yeah. Hopefully he should do, hopefully. Verizon just coming to the final corner now. Make sure you keep it tight as well, not run wide, but also make sure you pick up the power very nicely on the exit and not put it down too hard. 1:16.023 for Verizon, and I reckon there's a bit more time to find there. We've got Invade coming across the line as well. He goes P6 with a 1:15.986. So we've still got with Jengus Logan, who has a qualifying ban at the moment, so he will not be taking part. Matty, who has already DNF'd in the session. Crazy Fish is making his way to the last few corners now, and he's rounding the final corner. And let's see where he goes. 1:15.896 pops into P5, and Runnard, the only one who has not set a lap. However, he is now coming out for a lap, I believe.
Beautiful stuff. So I'm just dealing with some things in the background.
No worries. No worries.
Horizon 40 there. Doesn't appear to be pushing. I don't think he's going to be going for a second lap here. Stay on board with him anyway, as he's the closest car at the end of the track.
Mm-hmm.
And into the pits he comes. Ice Boy Fox also do the next one round. He's surely coming into the pits as well. He is.
Yeah, everyone will be
coming in. So it'll just be Runnard now.
It will just be Runnard and only Runnard to set a lap time now.
We'll stay on board with him and see what he can do.
Yep, indeed. Indeed. Would you like me to continue taking you through a lap of Hungary because it got cut off slightly last time?
Yeah.
Well, we will try again. Take two. Runnard's not.
two.
Runnard isn't prone to crashing. So, Runnard, you better not mess this up again.
Yeah, he's sitting and dragging his brakes, getting the tyre temperature up to the optimal point.
Yep, you want to start because there's a lot of medium speed corners in the middle sector. You want to keep them warm, but you want to keep them also slightly cold as well. As we see Runnard rounding the final corner, taking the wide line to get the best exit speed possible onto the main straight. Opens DRS. Interestingly, staying in 7th gear. Interestingly, into turn 1. It's a different tactic. Some people go into 8th. Some people go into stay in 7th. Turn 1 looking very clean there for Runner. Turn 2, carry the minimum speed, keep tight to the apex, run it out to the outside, open up turn 3 to end off sector 1. And as I said earlier, turn 4, one of the hardest places on the track. You've got to make sure you don't invalidate, and Runner does not. He's gone fastest in the first sector. Turn 5, where a few drivers have had issues so far. He keeps it nice and tidy into the chicane. Don't want to collect any of those big sausage curbs. Into now the flowing S section, you've just got to keep the speed up. You got to no use of the brakes is needed here. You just got to keep using the throttle, and Runnard so far is looking very good. 2 purple sectors, and he hasn't invalidated either at the places where it's prone to. The only the long corners now are left, with a long left-hander and a long right-hander. To finish off the lap, looking very stable through those corners, through the final corner, up to the line, Runnard to the top with a 114.963, the first person into the 114s in this qualifying session. And Drastic Blaze, while I was taking you on that lap, did a 115.113, so he's improved on his time. And we've also got Darnell, Max Stappen, and Evo out again.
Yeah, Darnell currently a 10th up on his time. Although a little bit of a sliding moment out the exit of turn 11. We're going to see if he can find any more time through sector 3. Stays in at 10th, but places himself up to P3 with 115.4. A very good time from the Haas.
Very good indeed. Max Stappen is on his lap. He's going at the moment through the middle sector. We've also got Evo as well, making his way around the final few corners. And I wonder what Evo's doing. He's on 70% battery, and he's just I don't know if he's starting his lap or anything like that. I would not know.
But Drastic Blaze retiring in the pits. Doesn't want to get another time in.
That's interesting. You want to be... Pole in Hungary is probably, other than Monaco, the most important place to be, because you're the one who dictates the pace and the strategy. And as we've seen, Evo getting very out of shape through the exit of turn 2. But yeah, as I was saying, Hungary easily one of the hardest tracks to overtake on in the game.
Monaco without the wall.
Yep, Monaco without the walls. Evo is, I believe he's got not pushing on this lap, because I don't think his ERS is. He's flashing on his rear lights. That means he'll probably be coming into the pits.
Riding on one of his teammates, Easton, who went very wide on the last turn, only managed to improve by 10th. That would have cost him so much time. Easily 2-3 tenths potentially running out wide there on the last turn. Easton, more time to find.
Yeah, it might have cost him P2. For the moment, anyway. He's still got time to go to get back to the pits and go out for another run again. So, yeah, Runnard, it looks like the safe bet for pole position at the moment. Drastic Blaze has retired, interestingly, from this session, so he is going to be P2 at maximum, and with people like Easton and Darnell still have time to find, I reckon he might be down in P4, or maybe even P5.
Yeah, it depends how much the track gets rubbered in as well. Obviously, I can't speak. A very
He's
high
get-
downforce track usually gets rubbered in quite a lot, and you get that track ramping up at the very end of the session. So we could see quite a lot of times dropping on everybody's final runs.
We could indeed.
That's
So
got
we've got.
Crazy Fish now starting his lap. Hopefully has better luck than his teammate, making his way up to turn 1 now. Drops it down to first, then to second. That would have caused a lot of revs. Now making his way down the second DRS towards turn 2. A lot of gear shifting going on there, but gets the car rotated now. Quick dip into turn 3, makes his way up now. End of sector 1, starting sector 2, turn 4. Now turn 5, you don't want to touch that curb on the inside because you will be facing the wrong way around. Now making his way through the tricky turn 6 and 7. Don't ride too much curb. Again, you will lose the car. Around turn 8 and the right-hander at turn 9, and a quick dink in turn 10. Turn right there where we saw his teammate Matty crashing into the wall. Crazy Fish having better luck, making his way down now to turn 12.
Yep, I've been watching Muddy Biscuit though as he started his lap, and unfortunately he's invalidated at turn 4, one of the most prone places to invalidate, and he does have time to go again, but he won't have as good tyres, and he has luckily got time to save his ERS as Crazy Fish comes to the line and stays where he is. I don't know if he backed off or anything like that, but yeah, we've got Invade on an outlap, as well as the Red Bull of Max Stappen up behind him, and then Verizon, and then I believe it's Runnard. Yep, Runnard, followed by Evo, and then Easton. So far, other drivers on outlaps. We've had Invade just starting his lap now.
So what's your thoughts for today's race? Obviously, looking at our points, we've got very close between Evo and Drastic Blaze. Evo sitting a little bit off there in P6. Obviously, plenty of time to find. He's definitely going to be one to watch.
Yeah, I reckon there's a chance that Evo could be up in the top 3, certainly, and maybe even challenging for pole position. However, I would say Runnard looks quite a safe bet for pole position at the moment. He's a solid 2/10 ahead of his teammate Drastic Blaze, and is going again, so he's probably feeling he's got more time to find, and that just about says enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, we've heard him say it's very close to his time. First lap, very clean lap, indeed. S10 F1 Invade now making his way around turn 13. And decides to come in the pits. Well, that was a good lap.
So that's his qualifying over. He will be P9 maximum. We have got people starting their laps. We've got Evo, who is actually towing Runnard along down the main straight. But will that hurt Runnard in with the dirty air in the corners? I wonder. It'll be very interesting to see what happens there. Crazy Fish has made his way into turn 1, followed by Muddy Biscuit, and then Easton, followed by, I believe that's, trying to think to find who that is. So,
Horizon 40.
It's Ice Boy Fox, I believe.
Oh, we've got Horizon 40. Yeah.
Horizon 40 is coming around the final corner now. He crosses the line. P5 so far, 1:15.575. If I was someone like Drastic Blaze, I'd be worried with that time, because that shows how much the track is actually improving and how much time these drivers are finding.
Yeah, Max
Stappen, yeah, he pits from where he was, so he's going to be P6 maximum at the moment. Let's see who's going to be the next person to cross the line.
Evo's invalidated.
Ooh dear. And let's see, Runnard hasn't invalidated. Runnard's going to cross the line. Does he go any faster? No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. Ferrari coming into the pits.
Crazy Fish coming into the pits, as well as Muddy Biscuit as well. Easton coming around the final corner.
Easton 3/10 up. Easton takes pole!
It's a 1:14.907, 500ths of a second between him and Runnard. He takes pole position for the time being. Darnell finishes up P4, and I think we've got Ice Boy Fox, who's just coming into the pits as well. So that is it. That's
Wow.
qualifying over.
Wow.
Easton pulling out a lap at the very end, out of the bag. I don't think either of us quite expected that, to be honest.
No, I didn't. Well, I say I did. Because of the amount of time that he lost running wide in the last turn on his previous run. I knew he had the time there, and fair play to him. What a lap. This is going to be an outstanding battle between the pair of them. And Justin Blaze also sat there as well. We've got a very close championship between the AlphaTauris and the Alfa Romeos. And look, we have an AlphaTauri sat on the top, only 500ths clear of runner. Justin Blaze P3, SLR Darnell P4, Frozen 40 P5, Max Stappen P6, SLR Evo P7, and it goes down. As usual, guys, we're going to run on to a highlight from last week, and then we will get to the main race. I'll see you all in a bit.
I believe everyone ready now, and we are ready for the race.
5 lights then. And away they go. Easton having a great start of his teammate. Evo pulls himself up into P1 straight. That was not happy. Hold on. I don't know why. That was not happy. Oh, it's made itself massive for some reason. Good, good, good. Very good.
I believe everyone ready now, and we are ready for the race.
5 lights then. And away they go. Easton having a great start of his teammate. Evo. Chat, I'm not sure what's happening. Bear with me. I'm trying to stop the lag. Oh, something's really not happy. The guys are just sat on the grid at the moment anyway. Sorting their setups out. My PC is dying. Good. I might not play that video if it doesn't want to work, obviously. Exactly that. Matteo, take us through your thoughts on this race, and we want to try and sort something here. Oh, do you know, I've just realised that whole oh, I'm such an idiot. I had Discord muted that whole entire time. You're not going to believe that, are you? Well, you might believe that, actually.
Kidding me. I believe everyone ready now, and we are ready for the race.
On the plus side, the video's playing. 5 lights then.
That's good.
And away they go. Easton having a great start of his teammate. Evo pulls himself up into P1 straight away. Further back, we've got cars going 3 wide, almost 4 wide, making their way around turn 1 and turn 2. All managing to keep it clean, no contact as of yet. We'll take ourselves further back the field. Running making his way already up to P3, getting himself plenty of overtakes as we get going. What a start!
Evo has not only got past one Alfa Romeo, he's got past both of them. He's got a bit deep into turn 8, but he has got
Absolute
both
charge.
Alfa Romeos. Beautiful. This game of DRS train is very
There he
much
is.
a game of...
He's going for it.
This game of these DRS trains are very much like a game of chess. Play your moves smartly and correctly, and use your DRS at the right time. And we can see Jurassic players up into P1 now, wanting to maybe try and set the pace a bit higher than Evo was doing. Looking at it on the track map, it's like looking at a Google. It's like looking at Google Snake, snaking around the board, It's literally like that.
It really
And
is,
then
especially
what's
when we're on
horrible-
board of our leader looking back. You see all 5 cars there. Even Grunty in the McLaren and Invade just about hanging on. A whole train of 7 cars just back to back. And it's beautiful to see. Look.
It is indeed.
Ooh.
We've got a bunch of cars into the pit lane. We've got a whole bunch of cars in the pit lane. Grunty has got a 5-second
And
penalty.
Evo.
And Evo,
And Burnett.
crucially. And so many of them have got 5-second penalties.
Yeah, we see a few of them there on 6 seconds, 8 seconds. That's really going to hamper their race come the end.
What we shouldn't write off is Easton, who still remember had that full tank of battery and used it to full effect.
Oh, I
And he's
completely
now
missed the
passed.
overtake.
Yeah, you missed the overtake for the league, JD. I was
Justin Blaze down P9.
I was about to say that.
What happened?
Oh,
Whoa!
contact! Oh, contact! So that was Easton. Easton into the back of Ipswich Techers, and he's lost places because of it.
The Alpine's sitting pretty though in P3. Should hopefully get some good points. Obviously got some good gaps behind, but obviously we have the penalties that we need to worry about. As we see Evo making a move for the lead into turn 1. Gets that move done. Is runner going to fight back all over the back of the AlphaTauri?
As well, because
Oh my God.
Dan Burnett is right behind them.
Oh, I thought we almost done a 3-wide. We've got Justin Blaze making a move. Is that a 2 for the...
We're live on the outskirts of the capital, Budapest, at a track that's extremely popular with both the fans and our drivers. I'm talking, of course, about the Hungaroring, and we're about to begin the Hungarian Grand Prix. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaroring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking's always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile track, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. So let's hope we're in for another one here today.
Indeed. Sorry about the technical issues at the beginning there, and I had to skip the video. I will play that highlight video at the end of the stream for anybody that wants to stick around and watch that one, because I had to skip it, obviously, because the race is starting. But they're not going to wait around for us. We'll run you through the tyres very quickly. We have Easton, Runnard and Jurassic Blaze, along with Verizon 40, Crazy Fish, Arsipon Invade and Matty, all starting on the hard tyre, looking for that one-stop hard onto the medium. We've got SLR Darnell, Max Stappen, Muddy Biscuit and Jingle Snowden on the mediums, and both Evo and Iceboy Fox on soft tyres, as they make their way around now to line up on the grid.
Yeah, going for the alternate strategy, Evo. And we saw Runnard starting in not too dissimilar position in France. And look what that did to him. It gave him the victory because he got a multiple places off the start. So that's what Evo's going to be looking to do in this first lap. Make up as many positions as possible and put the leaders under pressure. This race is going to be very interesting, JD. And I'm very excited for it.
It is. I'll let you take us away. Give us a good camera.
Here we go. We are ready for the Hungarian Grand Prix. 5 lights on. And they are off. It is Easton who does get a start, but Runnard gets the better start, crucially, and it's already ahead of Easton going into turn 1. It's going to be Runnard in the lead. Drastic Blaze and Darnell going wheel to wheel. Darnell goes down the inside of Drastic Blaze. That's a crucial start for him on the mediums. Evo's up 2 positions on the soft tyre. That's showing how good they were away from the line.
Oh!
James Logan. Oh, there's been a bit of incident back at the back.
Genghis Logan has spun. Muddy Biscuit has not got a wing. Sorry to interrupt you there. And we've got a full yellow virtual safety car.
If there's action happening, do not say sorry for interrupting me. Especially since I was just saying who made up positions and what everyone was doing at the moment. That's all I was doing, so it's all good.
Talking of which, let's have a look at that. Matty, so far, our biggest gainer up 2. Everyone else pretty... Oh, sorry, and Evo is also up 2. Everyone else, obviously, up 1, down 1. We're under the virtual safety car at the moment.
Yeah, that was I tell you what, that was a crucial lead grab, smash and grab for Runnard there. He needed to get that done, and he did get it done at the very first opportunity at the very start. Virtual safety car is now away, and we can go racing again, and Darnell already looking to put pressure on the back of Easton, and Drastic Blaze almost feeling the pressure as well, as Evo, look at this, Evo round the outside, what a move! Evo round the outside at the final turn. It's not something you see very often here at Hungary, but those soft tyres in a brilliant condition at the moment, and he's using them to great effect against Drastic Blaze. Up to P4 already. What a start.
That's a very good start there from the AlphaTauri. Fighting back against the Alfa Romeos to try and climb their way back up in the Constructors' title. Constructors' Championship, sorry. For the Constructors' title. That's what I meant to say.
Yep. I've got the possible strategies that just came up on my screen. It's looking like a one-stop from medium to hard is... Well, medium to hard will be the easier one-stop. But it is possible to do a soft to medium, apparently, according to the game. So has Evo maybe... so Evo will be looking to take these tyres to about lap 15 or so to move on to a set of medium tyres, and that should take him towards the end of the race. Meanwhile, at the front, we have Easton putting the pressure on Runnard.
Yeah, he's not letting him run away. Very difficult track to run away. Equally, you have to get a perfect lap in. A simple little mistake can open that gap massively. Yeah,
DRS is now enabled this lap. And look at the fastest lap to the top 4. They're starting to pull away from Drastic Blaze already. Evo going for a send on Darnell. Wants to use those soft tyres to effect, and he's doing it brilliantly. He is pulling off that's 2 beautiful moves in a row. One round the outside, and one of the old little Daniel Ricciardo lick the stamp and send it kind of move into turn 1. And now it's an AlphaTauri 2-3, and I'm sure Evo will be wanting Easton to get out of the way so he can use the soft tyres against Runnard.
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing moves further back as well. We've got is that Ice Boy Fox? It is Ice Boy Fox all over the back of Max Verstappen at the moment. 2 attempts, virtually pushing the Red Bull around the corners here. We've got a Haas. That Darnell has spun. And that has brought out a virtual safety car. Why has that brought out a safety car?
Virtual safety. I think it's for
a virtual safety car, sorry.
Wing.
Oh, he has.
He's lost his wings. That means he spun on the exit of turn 8, I think he did. The right-hander. And it's so easy to do here at Hungary. You can lose that sort of time. And I wonder if is anyone going to take the jam to pit early? Someone like Evo. Evo stays out. But what this is, and same with Iceboy Fox, the other soft tyre runner. But that is crucial as well for Evo, because it's just allowing him to sort of save the tyres and cool them down a little bit in like sort of intervals in these first few laps where they can get hurt most easily. VSC has already gone, so it was a very quick VSC, and Easton a bit wide through turn 2, and I'm sure Evo wants to make a move as quickly as possible on those superior soft tyres at the moment. They will be superior for probably the next couple laps still, JD.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to be let through here or if he's going to have to try and fight his way through. Just putting himself out, making himself nice and wide in Easton's mirrors there, letting him know he's there. I'm sure he obviously is well aware. Well, I've noticed as well, Muddy Biscuit now, only 2.5 seconds off the back of Darnell after that wing change. So, something to fight for there.
And obviously, and from what we've seen so far in this race, there could be yet more incidents. We're only on lap 4, and we've already had 2 virtual safety cars.
Sorry to interrupt you again.
No,
Running, sliding around turn 13. Getting this car a little bit out of shape there, really locking up. What that's doing is inviting Easton to get all out. Easton, full battery still, as we can see down in the steering wheel at the bottom of your screens there. 100%. There goes Evo up into second place. Is he going to make a move for the lead? He does. Up into first place. Runners fighting back, trying to get the switch back. Round to one and spins. He's put Evo in the wall.
Exact. So safety car is called, unsurprisingly, Evo, and I wonder if I have to say.
I think Evo closed the door and Runner there, and
Evo
Runner don't know where to go.
Evo, bro, I know you're out of the race, but I'm sorry. I think I have to give that to you. I think I have to give that incident to you because you simply just turned right across Runnard and ran him out of space and you sent yourself into a wall. So we've got Darnell in the pits from he was on the hard tyre for 1 lap. Let's see, he's going back onto a set of mediums. And I wonder if this safety car is going to provoke a little bit of action in the pit lane already. I suppose certainly someone like Ice Boy Fox will be one coming in from those soft tyres. But I told you there would be yet more incidents. It's lap 5, and we've had 2 virtual safety cars and a safety car.
Yeah, so that is our 3 of 5 used up.
That's 3 of 5. We've only got 2 of 5. That was a beautiful voice.
That was a great voice crack. We love that. Well, we will take this time for, the old usual safety car.
Yep. So what that's left is Easton now in the lead from Drastic Plays. Runnard has somehow managed to stay in P3, but he damaged his front wing crucially in that. And behind the lead as well, we've got Max Stappen coming in from the mediums, and unsurprisingly, Iceboy Fox also coming in as well. But as well, we've got Runner coming in for that wing change, and Crazy Fish as well in from Ferrari, and he's onto a set of mediums. So very interesting dynamic. We've got a few people now pitting for some new tyres, and they'll be wanting to make some moves and 5-lap tyre advantage around Hungary, where grip is very needed. I think they're in a great position at the moment.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I'm just going to use this time to go nip to the toilet myself. Feel free to talk, feel free to not. We've got some music on.
Yep. Well,
a very eventful race. Just get us started here, though, for this RSF1 round 13, round 14? I forget. Round 13.
Round 13, I believe. And, yeah, very interesting incident there. And I do have to say that is, unfortunately, I have to put the blame on Evo, who is out of this race now, but I do have to put the blame on him. From I think everyone's perspective, it did look like he did just sort of close Runnard off a little bit too much and ended up tapping Runnard, and that ended up spinning him into the wall. Honestly, it surprises me that Runnard isn't out of this race already, because Runnard, it took a full hit to the barrier, and he only lost his front wing. He's down in P10 at the moment on new tyres, but that genuinely does surprise me, as we also have Matty as well coming in for some new tyres onto another set of medium tyres. Brand new set of medium tyres for Matty. Safety car, I believe, should come in at the end of this lap, I'm presuming. I may have to take the reins for a second while JD is away. Yeah, unlike Hunt said in the chat, big for the championship, because Evo, that's our championship leader in the wall and out of this race, and a big chance for people like Drastic Blaze to really reap the benefits of this and benefit really hard from this. Just coming into the middle sector now, we should get the safety car in at the. I believe we'll get the safety car in at the end of this lap. The message will pop up in a few seconds' time, whether we get the safety car in or not, whether it will go around for one more lap, but I believe it should be coming in, and indeed it is coming in at the end of this lap, and JD has returned.
The timing's impeccable.
Timing is impeccable. It is brilliant, but now we have Eastern oh no! Iceboy Fox has got a 5-second time penalty for a collision with Max Stappen, and I wonder if that was maybe he was taken off guard by the and he looked, yeah, he's lost his front. Oh no! I've just seen Crazy Fish run into the back of Iceboy Fox. The slowing down of pack from Eastern has made two of them lose part of their wing. As we go racing again here at the Hungaroring as we start lap 8, and we've got Eastern, who's got a fairly healthy margin without DRS over Drastic Blaze, then Verizon 40, who's under pressure from Invade, then Genghis Logan, then Max Stappen, Iceboy Fox, who's got that damage, Runner down the inside of Crazy Fish, who also has damage. So Runner up to P8 now, and will be wanting to make as much progress as possible in these early laps to get back up to the leaders again. Of course, the advantage is he has made a stop. I mean, that might be a disadvantage or an advantage. We'll have to wait and see how the race pans out. But, yeah.
Yeah, we'll bring out the tyres. Max Stappen on the 2-lap old softs up ahead. Runner going around the outside of Iceboy Fox there of turn 5.
I think Invade must have had some sort of issue because he was ahead of Genghis Logan. I think he's had some sort of snap or something like that at the exit of turn 5 because Runner, he was really slow off of the corner and Runner just drove straight past him in the Alfa Romeo. So Runner back up to P6 again already. And we'll have to see how far he can take those tyres. Will he maybe go medium soft to the end here, JD?
It's very possible, or as we've seen from Runner's race last week, very good at nursing the tyres. So potentially he might even try to make them go to the end of the race. We just never know. Max Stappen, though, on the other hand, making gains on those soft tyres up to P4, as we just saw him make his way past Genghis Logan. Now on the charge down to Verizon 40, only 8 tenths back. Runner just behind there, making the move past the Mercedes as well. Has Genghis got anything to answer? He does not.
No, Runner making very swift early progress in this early lap. It amazes me that we're only on lap 9. How much chaos have we had in this race already? And it's only lap 9. Guess that's RSF1 races summed up for you.
Yeah, and we've got Crazy Fish and Iceboy Fox obviously in the pits. Iceboy Fox 7, that 5-second penalty, I think. Yep. No penalties on the board for any of our drivers as it stands. Going back on board with the leaders now. Drastic Blaze only 5 tenths off the back of the AlphaTauri of Eastern. Yep. Can he look to make a move?
Yep, hopefully he'll be looking to make a move very swiftly. Verizon 40 is slowly losing touch with the leaders, and he's now holding up Max Stappen on the soft tyres, who wants to get on with it because he's got a very pacey Runner behind him, and he doesn't want to be sat behind any longer. Oh, touches the back of the Alpine, is pushing him around this circuit. Is Max Stappen in that Red Bull, and like Max Verstappen this season, I think he's just going to breeze past his opponent on those soft tyres. And he does indeed, and Runner making the same move up the inside of Verizon 40, knows his battle is not there. We've got problems in sector 1 there. I don't know, we've got a yellow flag in sector 1. I believe it's been cleared quickly. I believe Genghis Logan had some sort of incident. We've got Invade and Darnell battling through turn 2. Darnell on the outside. He gets forced off the track by Invade, but that will turn into the inside, and that is the best place. Oh no! That's Invade into the wall!
And he's out! Oh.
And to the race, and we've got a second
safety car!
Is that our 5th, or is that... No, that's our 4th.
That is our 4th now.
That is our fourth, and we're only on lap 10. For goodness sake, guys, calm down a little bit. We need to. I like chaos, but we need to spread the chaos out evenly.
Invade getting a little bit aggressive there, not finding the patience. 26 nose up, and unfortunately had a little bit of contact, and that has thrown him into the wall, and that unfortunately sees him out of the race, and we are only left with 12 drivers.
I wonder if that's gonna spike someone like Easton or Drastic Blaze's call to pit, because they've only got one more safety car after this, and unsurprisingly Max Stappen in from the soft tyres to put on a different set of them, tyres to probably go to the maybe a set of hards, possibly to go to the end of the race. And let's look at the tyres. It is indeed a set of hard tyres going to the end of the race. We've also got Muddy Biscuit coming in as well, and Genghis Logan coming in from 8th and 9th place. Let's see, we've got another set of hard tyres for Genghis Logan and a set of medium tyres for Muddy Biscuit in the Aston Martin. I'm very surprised that Easton and Blaze didn't come in, because they're running out of safety cars.
Yeah, maybe they're expecting that final safety car, and we'll hope to try and box then. Being on the hard tyre, they're going to look to box, I don't know, around
20 to 25-ish?
Yeah, well, medium to hard, you're looking at around lap 15. But obviously starting on the hard tyre.
So, yeah, around that 20 to 25, depending on what sort of tyre advantage you want at the end of the race.
I mean, they could also be looking around lap 17. Obviously, with a lot of safety cars, hard, medium, around lap 17 would probably be the optimal time to box. So that is what they could be waiting for. A little bit early to obviously jump on the mediums and try and stretch them to the end. Whereas we've got the other guys obviously jumping on the tyres. Could potentially have to make another stop.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if someone like Runnard is one of those people who has to make another stop again. Because I would be perplexed, but also incredibly impressed if he can take those tyres all the way to the end. Which even with Runnard's tyre whispering skills, I feel like he's not going to be able to do.
No. We take a little look at our standings again. Whilst we have the time, obviously we've lost an AlphaTauri, a very strong AlphaTauri runner as well with SLR Evo, which could hamper the results here. Obviously AlphaTauri on 261 points behind the Romeos of 317. Also Evo leading the Drivers' Championship by that single point. So any points Blaze gets here is going to be points over Evo.
Yep, I was saying that while you were away. It's big implications for the championship, as somebody in chat put it. No, it's fine. You weren't here to know, were you? Don't blame yourself. It's fine. It's all good. And anyways, back to safety car. Ice Boy Fox at the back as well. This is he'll be catching up to the back of the safety car hopefully very soon. And will we get the safety car at the end of this lap, or is it?
We should do. No, we should be in at the end of this lap.
Very, very quick safety cars on this game.
Yep, 2 laps.
2 laps, that's all they need.
That's all it needs. Well, the damage has gone. The cars have evaporated. They are no longer. So we can get back to green flag running.
Yep, indeed. And nobody's got damage, and nobody has nobody's got damage, and nobody has penalties at the moment. However, something I will say to all of our drivers: please be a bit careful on this safety car restart, and don't give yourself damage. Not like the last safety car restart where you all drove into the back of one another and two of you gave yourself damage. Don't do that again.
It's not worth it. Anyway, as we watch this restart, we got Max Stappen, Genghis Logan, and Iceboy Fox on those hard tyres. Definitely wants to watch for the end of the race. But right now, as Easton is about to start lap 13 of 35, let's see when he's going to go.
Yeah, he's going around the final corner. He's still keeping moderate pace. He's going right to the line.
And he's gone.
There he goes, and he's gone now.
He's caught Drastic napping there.
And he's caught Drastic Drastic well unawares there, and we've got a lot of battling behind as well. We've got Darnell looking at the back of Verizon, and he is up the inside of him and looking to get into 4th place. We've also got, we've got Verizon, who is fallen down to last place, and I wonder if there was some sort of incident. I didn't see it massively. But also we've got Max Verstappen. We've got loads of cars all over the road at the back.
Whoa! Oh, Matty's hit an invisible bump and almost flew into the air there. I'm not quite sure what happened, but finds himself down now in P11. A lot of carnage going on already.
Yeah, he's got damage. We've got Genghis Logan and Max Verstappen losing a few places. Max Verstappen is still in P7 though on those hard tyres and can still challenge hopefully for a race win. But that was a lot. There was too much chaos to keep up with. There was cars all over the fucking road.
Language, but yes, it was nuts. I'm not all over the road.
Apologies.
Matty found himself all over the air as well, as we've got Runnard on these fresher tyres compared to his teammate. Is he going to look to try and make a sense? Is there any team orders? Or is he going to find himself flying now up to P2? Drastic Blaze having a bit of a wobble out the last turn there on those old 13-lap old hard tyres as they make their way now starting lap 14. Drastic Blaze making a send back on his teammate.
That was interesting. Drastic Blaze turning right in on Runnard, even though Runnard was blatantly going for the send there on the pressure medium tyres. A bit selfish there from Drastic Blaze, considering the situation. He's on 13-lap old half tyres compared to Runnard on 8-lap old mediums. Just let him by, sort of. Just let him by. He's clearly got more pace.
Yeah, we find ourselves now Runnard trying to find it, go around the outside of Easton. Easton just about giving them enough room. They're making their way now through the tight turn 6 and 7, side by side. Great racing. Easton holds P1 for the moment. Running P2. SLR Darnell P3 and Drastic Blaze sat right behind him P4. Muddy Biscuit P5. Crazy Fish P6. And that is your front group of cars. Runnard making a send down into turn 12. Gets moved on. Easton trying to make the switch back that sits behind, waiting for that DRS. What great racing.
Yeah, Runnard was desperate to get past Easton there as quick as possible to use the new tyres that he's got to try and break, maybe even break DRS now, because obviously it's not enabled this lap, and it has only just been enabled on lap 15. So can he use the superior pace of those medium tyres to maybe take them further, take them away from the DRS? Possibly. We'll have to wait and see. We've got Verizon in the pit lane, and he is onto a set of medium tyres again. And Darnell, the first of our drivers to pick up a track limit penalty, 3 seconds for SLR Darnell there, who is currently pressurising Easton, who is now losing time to Runnard, and he has broken 1 second. Crucial for Runnard there, JD.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw a few moments ago Muddy Biscuit making his way past Crazy Fish, climbing his way up to P5, trying not to let the rest of the pack go. And now all over the back of Drastic Blaze, not making a move, sitting behind through turn 12 now. SLR Darnell, obviously with that 3-second time penalty, he's going to have to think about that come the end of the race. But currently, only 3 tenths off the back of Easton.
Yep, indeed. And another battle to look at as well as Muddy Biscuit on the back of Drastic Blaze, and who's really not having the greatest of times at the moment, but he's also under pressure from Crazy Fish as the Aston Martin, as Darnell moves himself up into P2 ahead of Easton, and
get that
Muddy
double
Biscuit
dosage of
staying
DRS as well, just to help him stay ahead there down into turn 2.
Yep, Crazy Fish having to stay behind Muddy Biscuit as well, so that'll be an interesting fight for P2 at the moment. Runnard, though, 2 seconds now ahead. He's really using those medium tyres, and I would highly suspect that does definitely suggest another pit stop is coming for Runnard if he's pushing this hard.
Yeah, 2 seconds clear already is a massive gap. 1 lap newer tyres than the Haas behind him that we are on board with right now. Crazy Fish, though, further back the back car of this train all over the back of Muddy Biscuit and Drastic Blaze. Drastic Blaze doing really well to hold Muddy Biscuit off behind on those newer medium tyres.
Yep. Right, he's doing very well at the moment. Probably doing something for runners because the least as a little bit of payback as well for the slight incident they had together. And the least amount of cars that are putting pressure on runners, the better. But the medium tyres are clearly in a better window for Muddy Biscuit right now, as he's looking all over the road.
Drastic Blaze beautifully defending there, sticking his car in the middle of the track, not giving Muddy Biscuit an option left or right, really. Very nicely done from the Alfa Romeo. Yeah,
Ice Boy Fox also moving past Max Verstappen as well in the Red Bull. So that's up to P7 for Ice Boy Fox and down to P8 for Max Verstappen in the Red Bull, who's now under pressure from Genghis Logan. And he's falling back from the Williams, despite the fact he's got newer tyres. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, maybe he's not quite feeling those hard tyres like he did the softs. That's just finding Genghis Logan getting caught out with a bit of the dirty air there. Car losing a little bit of downforce as it made its way through turn 7. Through turn 11 now on the back of the Red Bull. I'm sure he's going to be thinking that he's going to set himself up for a move down to turn 1. We shall definitely come back to that one and have a look.
Yes, indeed we will. And sort of just calming down for the moment a little bit as well, trying to maybe try and save some tyres as well. They have got Muddy Biscuit still on the back of Drastic Blaze, and not going to make a move into turn 1 on this occasion. He's on about just under 70% ERS, and Drastic Blaze is just under 60%. So. Yeah, very little battery difference between the two of them.
Drastic Blaze crucially in that DRS of Easton ahead. That's what's helping him defend from the Aston Martin behind. So far, we've had some questionable driving. We've had some great driving. It's all calming down now. Lap 18 of 35. We've had a little bit of everything so far.
Yeah, we have indeed. The only thing missing really is rain. That's the only thing we haven't had in this race, but you can't ask for everything in these races anyway.
Well, we have 3 more races this week.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's a good point actually. We have 3 more races this week, in which there probably will be rain at least once during a race or qualifying session. But as well, Easton's starting to fall away from Darnell in the Haas as well, and he's just fallen out of a second there. From the Haas. I wonder if he's going to be able to get back in it before the DRS section point. No, he isn't. So Darnell is now in second, unchallenged from behind, and Runnard is up at the front, and Max Verstappen coming in from those hard tyres clearly wasn't feeling them very well, as a Muddy Biscuit trying to go down the inside. Drastic Blaze leaves into space, and now they're going to go wheel to wheel down towards turn 2, but no, Drastic Blaze manages to cover off Muddy Biscuit quite convincingly again. He is really putting up some great Fernando Alonso style defending, isn't he?
He is, and like I said, having that DRS to help him along as well. Doing a stellar job on those hard tyres. Lap 17 was the optimal time to box onto the mediums, so you may be thinking that they might be taking these tyres and doing the one stop onto the softs, like I think you mentioned earlier.
Yep, the soft tyre is doable from either a medium or a hard. It is possible to do a soft tyre, but yep, as we see also Verizon getting a 3-second time penalty for track limits as well. He's our second person to fall, and we are Runnard is rounding the final corner just now, and he has got a 1.7 second lead. Darnell has just started to inch that gap a little bit closer every lap by about a 10th every lap, and he's letting Runnard know that he's still there, and he is very much still in contention at the moment. He's just hanging back a little bit, just there. Lap 20. So we are now just over 2/3 of the way through. 2/3? Am I doing the maths correctly there?
Oh, don't ask me for maths.
Gosh, I can't even try to do maths.
We're lap 20 of 35 anyway.
Yeah,
we,
somewhat over a third. But a third to 2/3, I think, roughly, race distance. And
Yeah.
this has been our longest spell without any any kind of safety car.
Well, let's not give it the commentator's curse.
Let's not give it. I mean, I wouldn't say no to more chaos. we're just the commentators here. We don't have any.
We like
don't have
chaos.
any
We like
complaints.
chaos.
We like chaos, exactly. We like chaos in these races. We also like good battling as well, but we like good chaos at the same time. Anyways,
What
we've
would
got
you,
Drastic Blaze.
Yeah, talking to Drastic Blaze, what would you do in Muddy Biscuit's position here? Struggling to get past. Drastic Blaze obviously having the DRS ahead.
Well, they're both coming in now anyway,
Well,
so
yeah.
he doesn't have to worry about that.
That's what you would do, I take it. Just wait for them to box. There we go.
just
Answered.
wait for them to box.
Answered. And we move on. Crazy Fish now. What that has enabled for him. Muddy Biscuit doesn't have DRS. Crazy Fish does. Crazy Fish does. As Muddy Biscuit has run wide. I can't see what's going on. Give us a good camera.
There we go. There we go.
That was almost as good as Sky Sports.
Yep. Oh, and Ice Boy Fox running into the back of Crazy Fish there, but Muddy Biscuit staying ahead of them. And it's Drastic Blaze and Easton onto a set of medium tyres to take them to the end of this race. So, I think if you were someone like Runnard, I think I'd be boxing maybe for another set of mediums.
Yeah, I think he had that 1.5 2-second gap, so I think he'd have a lap possibly to respond. But the undercut is very, very strong here, so I would expect to see him come in this lap to respond off of those boxes, pit stops immediately.
Same with Darnell as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the... Oh, no! Ice Boy Fox. Congratulations, my man. I thought you were about to do what Matty did in qualifying. You almost decked it into the wall at the fast right-hander of turn 11. So,
I'm Darnell not boxing.
Yeah, Runnard and
Crazy
Darnell
Fish
staying
is.
out. Yeah, Crazy Fish is boxing, pulling the plug on that little battle for what probably will be a battle for P5 and P4, maybe even P6 as well in this race. And he is going on to another set of medium tyres. Is Crazy Fish. It's a used set of medium tyres. He's gone 3 laps on them. And Easton and Drastic Blaze just picking up the pace now as they are beginning their first laps. Max Stappen on his set of mediums sets the fastest lap of the race. And once again, Darnell there is starting to pressurise Runnard a little bit more. Just over 1.5 seconds the gap out in front for Runnard. However, I have to say, Runnard does have more battery, and quite significantly more battery, to say the least.
Yeah, I think in this situation, Darnell just needs to forget he's got that penalty, go as fast as he can, put as much pressure on it as he can. Single hatch driver, scoring solely out here today, just racing for himself, having fun, having the best race he can. Obviously, getting the was it a P2 last week in France. So
Crazy Fish getting a 3-second penalty as Runnard does come into the pit lane. Darnell stays out, so he thinks he's already lost the undercut to the 2 behind. So he's maybe thinking, I want fresher tyres at the end, so he's going longer. And maybe we'll even think about maybe putting a set of soft tyres on towards the end, and that could be a very interesting that could be very interesting as we see him charging up to the back of the leaders. But as we suspected, Runnard is going to come out, and he's behind both Drastic Blaze and Easton. So the undercut working very powerfully there for the AlphaTauri and the Alfa Romeo. But Runnard has got fresher tyres by 2 laps, so he will be the one putting pressure on them. But Hungary is very hard to overtake at, and Drastic Blaze, as we've seen earlier, is willing to put up a fight.
he is defending masterclass so far from Drastic Blaze. Just trying to have a look at our Crash's battle. Talking of Drastic Blaze, I guess that is him. Sat in P6 in a minute on the back of Easton. Easton, your current net leader of the race. Top 4 yet to box again. Jengus and Ice Boy don't have to box again necessarily. They could potentially look to try and make those hards last to the end. Very easily done. Jengus easier than Ice Boy Foxy, obviously.
Yeah,
But
Darnell continuing on for another lap. So as I said, I think he does just want the fresh tyres at the end. And that could possibly mean softs. Muddy Biscuit is in from 2nd place in the Aston Martin. He comes in to put on a set to put on another set of tyres, and we'll have to see where he emerges. Should emerge probably between Matty and Max Verstappen. It's a set of soft tyres for Muddy Biscuit, so I reckon Darnell maybe should be coming in soon and putting a set of soft tyres on if he's got a new set of them on.
It's definitely going to be a good catch-up race to watch when Darnell does finally come into box. Further back, is that Max Verstappen? All over the back of Horizon 40 at the moment. Double dose of DRS. Is he going to make a move down into turn 2? He doesn't. He sits behind the Alpine. Waits patiently for another opportunity to overtake.
Yeah, the 2 Alfa Romeos still on the back of Easton, who is obviously controlling their pace at the moment, and is the lone AlphaTauri left in this race after Evo retired earlier in the race. We've got Invade as well, who's also out of this race, leaving just 11 runners in this race. And yeah, that battle for P8 at the moment is very enticing. Ooh, Max Verstappen almost losing his entire race there. Coming out of the pit lane. As we see there, Muddy Biscuit does go down the inside on Horizon 40 to make the lead. And I tell you what, if that had been a safety car, it would have been ideal timing for Darnell, but also would have been bad timing because he'd just gone past the pit lane entrance when that incident would have happened.
Well, it would have been okay because he would have gone past the safety car, so he would have had time to go around and still box. As long as you pass the safety car, you don't lose out on that time, thankfully. As we're seeing an overtake behind us from the Red Bull, getting his way past the Alpine of Horizon 40, and a little double dose of DRS, as well as the Alpine to help him way down to turn 2. Going back on board now with our Alfa Romeos on the back of the AlphaTauri. Remember, these are crucial points. Running now, closing up on the back of Drastic Blaze. Are we going to see some scrappy team fighting like we did a few laps ago? Or are they going to calm down?
It'll be very interesting to see. And another thing that I'm very interested to see, I know, it's Jenga Logan and Ice Boy Fox. I wonder if they're just going to go to the end of this race as Darnell does come into the pit lane now for it's got to be a set of soft tyres here, surely. It's got to be a set of soft tyres. We'll have to see. But he is coming into the pit lane, and we'll have to see where he comes out. He better hope he can clear traffic very quickly. And it is a set of soft tyres on for Darnell. And we'll have to see where he comes out. Is he going to come out behind Crazy Fish? I think he is. And he's also going to come out behind Muddy Biscuit as well. But he is going to rejoin. In fact, he's going to rejoin just ahead of Muddy Biscuit there. But Muddy Biscuit on the fresher and the warmer tyres, more to the point, does get into P7. Oh, a little bit, almost contact between the Haas and the Aston Martin. But Darnell into a decent pocket, actually, because he should be able to clear the 2 cars in front of him fairly simply. But then he has got a decent chunk to catch up to the rest of the pack. Meanwhile, in that pack, Easton has just overtaken Iceboy Fox in the Williams, and this could be crucial for this could be crucial as it is giving him the buffer that he needs to Drastic Blaze. And will he get outside of a second? Both Alfa Romeos do make their way past the Williams, but is it too late? I think Drastic Blaze is just going to stay within the DRS this lap.
Yeah, we'll have a look. The wing is open.
It is
I'm
indeed.
sure he'll be relieved of that. And obviously, as I've said many times, he'll get that double dose down in towards turn 2 as well. Easton now up ahead. I went the wrong way. Makes his way back up into the lead of the race, past Jenga Logan, who at this point, you must think he's going to be trying to take them hard to the end, no?
Surely. Well, it's a bit late at this point. Yeah.
I mean, he's P2.
Iceboy Fox gave up on that plan and came in from his hard tyres. He's put on a set of soft tyres. Come out P10, so he'll score at least 1 point, or should score at least 1 point. But
well, I think Jenga Logan, if he wasn't to box and stay out, I think he could get a P4 here in this race. He's got a very good gap behind him in Crazy Fish with a lot of laps. He could stay behind and stick in these cars DRS as long as he doesn't battle. Like it appears to be at the minute. We've got both the Alfa Romeos all over the back of him.
This is handing a brilliant advantage to Eastern. Drastic Blaze does eventually get past Genghis Logan in the Mercedes. So that's Drastic Blaze released. Runner trying to go around the outside, unable to do so. And now he's got the switch back and he's going to try and go around the outside, maybe of the final corner. Superior grip. That just shows Runner beat around the outside into P3, and normal service at the top is restored. But what that has done is, because of Genghis Logan being in the way and because of Easton getting by him as quick as possible, Easton's opened up a 1.6 second lead.
Yeah, as we're looking further back as well, we've got further battling with Muddy Biscuit, Darnell and Crazy Fish all scrapping it out between each other. Some great racing towards the end of the race here.
Yeah, Genghis Logan, I reckon he could get P4, but he's might have to pull out some big defending moves, because he's got two people on soft tyres behind him, and they will be catching up at a rapid rate of knots, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what Muddy Biscuit is going to do here. More than likely going to be trying to set up for that lunge into turn 1. Try and get past the Haas of Darnell and make his way further up the field. Talking of further up the field, both these Alfa Romeos scrapping again, running all over the back of Drastic Blaze around turn 13 there. 14 now. 1.4 seconds is the gap. 1.5, sorry, is the gap to the leader. Is running looking to make the overtake here. Drastic Blaze pulling out, defending. But it gives him a pass, gives him a little wave, and makes a move on. That was very close. Hard, fair racing. No damage. And everybody moves on. Runner now making that chase down. That DRS helping him 1 second. Now within that DRS, sorry, of Easton up ahead. Drastic Blaze now needs to desperately not lose that second gap and get pulled along by his teammate here.
Yeah, I reckon Drastic Blaze could be in a bit of trouble here, because his gap to Darnell is just over 7 seconds. So he's got to make sure he does keep tabs with these guys, because otherwise he might fall into the clutches of Darnell in the Haas, who is rapidly catching Genghis Logan. And he should definitely get P4 in this race, even with that 3-second time penalty. The question is whether he can catch the two Alfa Romeos on those soft tyres or not. But it'll be very interesting to see how that unfolds towards the end of this race. But the main talk right now is, yes, Drastic Blaze is just falling out of DRS, but the main talk is Runnard, who is on the newest tyres out of the top 3. Has got a 2-lap tyre advantage on Easton, who is now under real pressure from Runnard, who's on about 40% battery. Easton on about 70%. So they have got opportunity to use. So he has got an opportunity to defend quite well with the battery he has. And Runnard not able to make a move into turn 1, and no move into turn 2 with the double DRS. So he will have to stay behind for one more lap at least, JD.
Yeah, maybe he's just trying to extend that gap to Drastic Blaze behind, whilst trying not to lose any time with overtaking. I don't know. Easton obviously doing very well on his battery, sat with 75% at the moment. Frozen 40 setting the fastest lap of 1:16.7. Also making his way past Matty, obviously the lap before, as you saw a few moments ago, already pulled a 3.6 second gap. But finds himself 12 seconds off the back of the Williams of Iceboy Fox. But we're on board with Easton now. 2 tenths is all the gap is to Runnard behind. Excuse me.
Genghis Logan has got a 3-second time penalty, so he will not now finish P4 anyway. But he now will probably finish P6 now. Maybe he'll probably now finish P6 in the race because he's now got that 3-second penalty, and Muddy Biscuit will be looking to pass him as well as Darnell in the next lap or so. Runner's getting very close, but not close enough, and so what they're probably doing is saving the battery and saving everything they've got for the last few laps. Would you say that, JD?
Yeah, we've seen Runner do it time and time again, where he'll just sit behind, charge his battery up, and then attack on the last couple of laps. We're already on lap 31 of 35, so 4 laps left after this one. Yep, anything to play for here for the top 3. Drastic Blaze now just about in that DRS. It's the last 2 laps, he's just found himself less than a tenth outside that 1 second gap. Can he try and get the DRS this lap? 40% battery for Drastic Blaze. Runners on 54. Easton though, 79%. He's got a lovely amount of battery to defend here.
Yeah, if he just deploys them in the right places, if he just uses like a tiny bit on the exit of the last corner and the exit of turn 1, and then just saves it for the rest of the lap, I reckon he'll be okay to take this win at the moment, because Hungary, no doubt, is the hardest track to overtake on. He did go a bit wide though through the second to last turn, and that's allowed Runnard right into his clutches now. 0.3 of a second now. The gap. Runnard with the DRS open. Can he make any impetus? No. Decides to stay behind once again for the time being. And we've got Darnell there making the move on Cengiz Logan. I said this might happen, and he has made it happen. Darnell up into 4th place, and it's probably a bit too much of an ask for him to get anywhere near Drastic Blaze, but a P4 finish with that sort of charge from where he was at is a very respectable place still for Darnell today.
It really is. Obviously, he has that time penalty to think about also, as does Cengiz. We'll flick over to the time penalties now. Both of them on 3 seconds. It has that gap behind him to Muddy Biscuit, thankfully. Just needs to keep his foot down here and see what he can do. Going back on top of with our top 3. Drastic Blaze in the DRS now. Only 5 tenths off the back of Runnard. Not sure quite what's happened there. They all seem to be closing the gap on each other. Even though Drastic Blaze is now finally getting his foot down a little bit. As we see Matty retire from the session. That brings out a safety car.
Ooh. Ooh. Now what does this do? I wonder. Does do that? Yeah, and unsurprisingly,
Everyone's softs.
They're all coming in for the soft tyres already. But this is our final safety car. Lap 32, turning onto lap 33 now, I think. Nope, we're still... Nope, we're still...
Tell you, someone who's not boxing. SLR Darnell staying out. Muddy Biscuit staying out. No, Muddy Biscuit not staying out, sorry. That my mistake. That is Cengiz Logan.
On the hard tyres, that is the most interesting to
22
me.
laps old. We will have 2 racing laps.
Yeah, I can see why Darnell stayed out, because he can save those soft tyres. And the problem is with the safety car though for Darnell is that 3-second time penalty. That's going to drop him back so far now. And what originally would have just been a P4 finish is potentially a P1 finish, but also potentially could be even a P6 finish, depending on how close the field is.
Yeah, this is... I'm trying to get in the mind of Cengiz Logan here. 22 lap old hard tyres. I think he has the time penalty. If he was to box, he'd be at the back anyway. So I think maybe he's thinking, do you know what? I'm going to try and defend as much as I can and get track position. Or have that track position and try and stay high, opposed to boxing and inevitably being at the bottom anyway. So maybe that's the thought behind it. But we do have Easton right behind him on brand new soft tyres. Both the top 2, Darnell and Cengiz, on with penalties. So Easton, your current...
And the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap already. And our top... Now, our only drivers that have got... All of our drivers that are left in this race are all going to score at least a point today. And because of the 3 retirements we've had in this race. We've had Evo, we've had Invade, and we've had Matty in the Ferrari, all retiring for various different reasons. But it's Darnell who is going to lead us away. And now the big question is, can he do anything to maintain this lead? Can he do anything? No, because Cengiz Logan, his tyres are absolutely shot. And he's being passed. It's 3 wide between him, Easton, and Runnard into turn 1. Easton getting down the inside as well as Runnard. They're still wheel to wheel, the Alfa Romeo and the Alpha Tauri going into turn 2. And Runnard down the inside. A little bit of wheel contact between the 2 of them as he does sit behind for the time being. As this is lap 34, we've got Muddy Biscuit round the outside of Cengiz Logan as well. Drastic Blaze got past him as well. Cengiz Logan, I think he just should have pit anyway, because it looks like he's going to fall to last anyway.
Yeah, already finds himself down to P6. All the cars pushing as hard as they can. Ezra Darnell doing well to hold on for half the lap. But he has Easton runner Drastic Blaze closely following behind. The snake of cars, as we saw last week in France. It's beautiful to watch, it really is. Easton making a lunge down for the lead of the race. Gets the move done, a little bit of a push off there for the Haas, but finds himself up into P1 with one racing lap left.
The two Alfa Romeos are going wheel to wheel as well. And Runnard having a little bit of problems. Didn't quite expect the amount of grip he had compared to Darnell, and has now fallen to P4 behind Drastic Blaze. Drastic Blaze into turn 1. He's gonna get past Darnell, is he? Yes, he is.
And so is Runnard
as well. The tyres have gone off a bit for Darnell, and now he's gonna be under pressure from Muddy Biscuit for the last few corners. But I think, so barring any errors and barring any attempt from Drastic Blaze, I think Easton's got this race. But we'll have to wait and see, because there's still an overtaking spot into turn 12, I believe, is the main last overtaking spot on this track in this game.
It is.
It'll be very interesting. Drastic Blaze only on 30% battery, Easton on 50%, he's got to be deploying it now. He's got to deploy it now in this last sector, and there he goes. He has turned the overtake on, and I think he's gonna keep P1 into turn 12. Yes,
Muddy Biscuit, also further back, trying to make a move on Darnell. Has a little bit of a touch. Darnell corrects himself, manages to keep the car point forward. Muddy Biscuit up to P4. But we're back on board with your leader and Hungarian Grand Prix winner, CR-F1 Easton takes the win, with Drastic Blaze and Runnard coming P2 and P3. Wow. What
a race that was. We've got Muddy Biscuit claiming P4 on the last lap. Max Stappen claiming P5 because of Darnell's 3-second time penalty, puts him down to P6. Followed by Crazy Fish, followed by Ice Boy, then, and I didn't see the rest of the standings. I'll have to wait for a second. Wait for a second while we finish. Yeah. I have to say though, crazy race. Crazy. 5 safety car slots used up.
Yeah,
and
that was...
There we go. It was Ice Boy, followed by Verizon, and then Jenga Logan, who made probably the wrong decision. Probably should have still come in anyway on those soft tyres, for some soft tyres, and would have given him at least a fighting chance to maybe score some points.
Yeah, definitely. We're just waiting for our top 3 to come join us in the pits, in the pit box. At the pit lane box. I can't speak. That was absolutely nuts at the end of the race there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to jump up to the pit lane VC. Alright, and there is your order for the race, everybody. Easton taking the win with Drastic Blaze P2, Runner P3, Just Tangent, Muddy Biscuit even, P4, Max Stappen P5, SLR Darnell P6, Crazy Fish P7, Ice Boy Fox P8, P9 for Horizon 40, P10 for Jenga Slogan, P11, 12 and 13th for Matty, Invade and Evo. Our DNFs, I believe, just the bottom 2, Invade and Evo. Very interesting race. A very interesting race. Right, who do we have in the box? Oh, we've got Easton in the box. Good evening, Easton. How are you? The only one that's jumped in with us. So, yeah, take us through your initial thoughts. What a race win in the end.
Yeah, it was an odd one. Unfortunately, because Runner absolutely dumb in the start. Still don't know how he done it, because I actually got a really nice start as it was. Yeah, and I just was happy just to sit behind him. Then Evo and him had an incident. I've clipped it in case the stewards want it, but I don't think he'll get submitted.
Obviously, we'll leave that to to the stewards. Both Evo, I don't think Runner's joining us either, so it's just yourself. So yeah, we can have a little bit of time with our race winner qualifying. let's talk through that first. What a lap from yourself! 500ths, I believe the gap was to yourself and P2.
56 thousandths, if you want to be specific and pedantic.
Yeah, we saw you go wide on your first attempt or second attempt, whichever it was. The lap before your last one went wide on the final corner, which I'm assuming lost you a heap of time. But then obviously managed to stick it on pole on your final run.
Yeah, funny enough, that was actually my PB. That was the quickest ever lap I've done in a Hungry online session. It was a really bad first. I could easily 2/10 in it. I forgot to brake for turn one really, and then I just hooked up the middle in the last. And it was a good lap, yeah, but could have been better. But I don't care because me sticking it on pole these days is a rarity. So
It's very good, especially with the likes of we've obviously got drivers like Runner, Justin Blaze, Evo, all have it within them to stick it up on the front row. And going on to the race, obviously a lot of battling early on, a lot of full yellow flag running. It was just carnage. You managed to keep yourself a little bit clean, from what I watched and remember. I mean, my memory's like a sieve anyway. But from what I can watch, you managed to have a pretty clean race. Managed to get the strategy right. Took the tyres a little bit longer than I think some of us were expecting, but pulled it off in the end.
yeah, it was also because that safety car and because Runner for some reason, I think he must have took a line of gear during that safety car or something because he just shot through the pack. Like he was in top five by the end of the first lap. So like we had to either stay with him and burn everything or go for the undercut, which me and Blaze did do.
Yeah.
And then we managed to keep the battery from then. He never actually managed to have a proper go at me. Before that end safety car there. So I think even without the safety car we would have been fine. I was still having 85% battery
Yeah,
going onto the straight.
you were very dominant with your battery throughout that whole race. I think easily having 20-30% more than the rest of the other drivers, and that helped keep you dominant down that main straight, which is realistically the only proper overtaking point, turn 1, turn 3. Matteo, do you have anything?
Just wanted to quickly mention the amount of safety cars that were obviously started on the hard tires. Was there um was there any slight little strategy minds going on in your head about what to do because of those early safety cars?
Yeah, it was like I knew I was staying at the first one, the first proper safety car. Hoping that me and Drastic could pull away at the front and just like use each other. But then Reynolds obviously shot through the pack, which went against our plans. Yeah, second one I was considering pitting for the mediums, but Drastic told me not to, and he reckons we could just undercut him for that stop we were eventually going to make, which he was correct. So shout out Drastic for that.
Yep, and obviously obviously, one other thing I want to quickly mention as well, the incident that happened between Runnard and Evo. Obviously, you had basically a front row seat to it. We basically saw what happened, but talk us through what it was like from your perspective.
I can't actually remember what really happened. I know I think I was leading. No, it was Reynolds that was leading, and Evo passed him. Then they were fighting, and I get told from Drastic that Evo slightly moved across on him, like going to take the racing line, then sent them both into the wall. Luckily, I was actually paying attention and managed to drive around it before getting blown up in a new universe.
Well, today when staying out of trouble was probably the number one priority in this race, staying out of trouble.
Yeah, that's the motto here in our F1. Stay out of trouble, you get a good result.
Yep. Jody, do you have any more questions or?
No, not for me. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
absolutely knackered after that race. I'm not going to lie to you.
Same.
And I was kind of hoping that there was going to be a bit of rain tonight. Division 1 seems to be a bit unlucky with the rain. Now that makes me a bit scared for Divisions 2 race, which is obviously where I'm racing tomorrow. I don't want any rain. But we learned a lot from today's race. Obviously, congratulations to yourself, Easton. on the win. But yeah, we're gonna play the highlight video from last week, which obviously had to get cut short from the beginning of the race today. And then we shall end it there. So for those that still want to watch it, here is last week's highlights.
I believe everyone ready now, and we are ready for the race.
5 lights then. And away they go. Easton having a great start of his teammate. Evo pulls himself up into P1 straight away. Further back, we've got cars going 3 wide, almost 4 wide, making their way around turn 1 and turn 2. All managing to keep it clean, no contact as of yet. We'll take ourselves further back the field. Runnard making his way already up to P3, getting himself plenty of overtakes as we get going. What a start!
Evo has not only got past one Alfa Romeo, he's got past both of them. He's gone a bit deep into turn 8, but he has got
absolute
both
charge.
Alfa Romeos. Beautiful. This game of DRS train is very
There he
much
is.
a game of.
He's going for it.
This game of DRS, these DRS trains are very much like a game of chess. Play your moves smartly and correctly, and use your DRS at the right time. And we can see Jurassic players up into P1 now, wanting to maybe try and set the pace a bit higher than Evo was doing. Looking at it on the track map, it's like looking at a Google. It's like looking at Google Snake, snaking around the board. It's literally like that.
It really is, especially when we're on board of our leader looking back. You see all 5 cars there. Even Grunty in the McLaren and Invade just about hanging on. A whole train of 7 cars just back to back, and it's beautiful to see.
It is indeed. We've got a bunch of cars into the pit lane. We've got a whole bunch of cars in the pit lane. Grunty has got a 5-second penalty.
And Evo.
And Evo,
and Burnett.
crucially. And so many of them have got 5-second penalties.
Yeah, we see a few of them there on 6 seconds, 8 seconds. That's really gonna hamper their race come the end.
What we shouldn't write off is Easton, who still remember had that full tank of battery and used it to full effect.
Oh, I
And
completely
he's now
missed the
passed.
overtake.
Yeah, you missed the overtake for the lead, JD.
Justin Bay's down P9.
I was about to say that.
What happened?
Oh,
Whoa!
Contact! And that was Easton. Easton into the back of Ipswich Techers, and he's lost places because of it.
The Alpine's sitting pretty though in P3. Should hopefully get some good points. Obviously got some good gaps behind, but obviously we have the penalties that we need to worry about. As we see Evo making a move for the lead into turn 1. Gets that move done. Is Runner going to fight back all over the back of the AlphaTauri?
As well, because
got-
Burnett is right behind them.
Oh, I thought we almost done a 3-wide. We've got Justin Blaze making a move. Is that a 2 for the price of 1? Does he make it sink? He does make it sink. He gets himself past Grunty and Invade.
Now
What
we
a
can
beautiful move.
And he's got it at the perfect time as well. Further back we've got an incident. Further back we've got an incident and a spinner of Genghis Logan. I think that involved the Ferrari of Matty.
Having a look at the gap to the leader. Oh, Jacob's having another spin at the last turn. His tyres are cooked. Hopefully this doesn't bring out a late safety car. Oh,
It shouldn't
he's
go.
driving to the pits.
He's going into the pits, and I think he's going to the tyre, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be very interesting to see where everyone finishes. Evo crosses the line in the lead, but he won't stay there. Runner takes victory here at the French Grand Prix, and then Darnell, as we suspected, jumping up to P2 in the Haas.
Evo still manages to hold on to the podium, getting a P3 there.
He was only 3/10 off of getting P2 there, so unlucky for Evo, but he still retains a podium.
From everyone here at S10 F1, have a beautiful evening, guys. See you all